Greetings and salutations. Time for more exhausted video game playing. It's been a long day. Hey Fuzzy.
What?
Why don't you turn on my stream, and then if you're trying to get my attention, you can pop a message on. Hi, beautiful. Hambone, get back to bed.
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
So it didn't save my game.
Stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah?
I think I figured out why it sometimes says 0 even when there's people watching.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
It's a little late. I've already met Cap.
Well, at least you're still here to talk about it. She must like you.
Something like that.
With that, please do excuse me, because I'd prefer not to be seen talking with you for too long.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
No wonder I missed it.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle. Damn, I broke it.
Ah. I'm the worst detective ever.
Leave me alone, please. I don't want trouble.
little crabs. I didn't see them before. That's adorable. Okay, saw that already. Didn't notice you before.
Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Hey, want a book?
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Is he not there before, or did I just not notice him?
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message. Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah. Aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. It's something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us. And they'll be here long after we're gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not
I wasn't
finished.
expecting company.
If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me. And I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
I don't see that I have much choice.
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody
interesting.
questions your authority here.
It's interesting that this former soldier who survived one of the biggest battles of the war can't fight. Apparently doesn't carry a gun. What kind of old-timey detective is this?
Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat an omen. Oh,
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
We saw this guy poking around here.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh. Okay.
Told ya. So slow.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
I appreciate it. Since I'm incapable of doing a damn thing on my own.
This place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case? What happened here? Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it. Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
But I can't pick up the picture. I'd just be crazy.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Look around you. Someone has settled in here. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do. Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
Nice place. Seems cozy.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Always more questions.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
More questions.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Right.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Hmm.
Flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind
Poor
of
kid.
deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Poor kid. Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined. This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the
Holy
first.
shnikey, I actually
Here,
made the correct decision.
Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
I was beginning to think I wasn't allowed to make the right decisions. I did it twice. Something's terribly wrong.
This gate is locked.
Must be his house.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes. I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Apparently I can't break in.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
It doesn't appear to be getting me inside, but... Let's see what my phone just yelled at me about. Just an email. I don't need to worry about that right now. Messed up that I think the place is kind of pretty. Good job.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
You're so
Yes.
nice.
Shall we enter?
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you. Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me? What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Let's see
Silas
if I can
managed to
find
bring the
something
fire
the
under
cops
control,
missed.
but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? They had a fight. Why? Did it stop at the time of the fire? Did someone escape the fire? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
My lips are very chapped. What are you playing?
It's a game called Call of Cthulhu. Excuse me a moment. I have to get chapstick for a dinosaur. What? Nope. Nothing. I'm playing my game.
This door is locked.
Huh. That door opens both ways. That's interesting.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose? The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
Apparently the lighter can get too hot.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Wouldn't mind one of them myself.
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. crowbar. Could prove useful.
"20,000 leagues under the sea." Another story about the mysteries of the deep. There's something disturbing about this painting. There's something disturbing about this painting.
A book on hunting whales. The island's staple diet last century. Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales. The island's staple diet last century.
Let's go talk to Bob, the detective, or the policey man, or whatever.
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
Oh, okay.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
What?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects. Did you hear that?
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Locked. The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
I'm not gonna notice that he has sleeping pills too.
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him. The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time. What was going through that boy's mind? What will her room reveal about her? Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated, resorting to such a treatment. This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give. A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller. That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent?
Well, now.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve? door is blocked on the other side. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
I'm surprised there's not a investigative mode thing here.
Bradley? Is that you?
Well, that's just great. Since I can't defend myself, the old war hero. Pretty sure that door was closed.
Is anyone there?
Jump scare? Well, that's interesting.
You! Stop! Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far. This door is blocked from the outside. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
Well, you almost
I'll
have
cover you.
Oh.
loaf.
Maybe. That happened with little Dino's fingerling. It uses a lot of batteries and not ones that we keep on hand, so I don't know how long it's going to be till I can fix it.
Yeah, it's been a while until you fixed Lisa's. So maybe it will take a while to fix mine.
Yep, internet names, honey. Girls, lights out.
Okay.
This door was closed earlier.
What door was closed earlier? This one? Oh, I guess this one.
Where did he go?
Must have got out some way.
No, he was here. I'm sure. Let's search this room.
It looks like an old seaway map. Why are these letters here, and not with Sarah Hawkins' belongings? Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. With this, I should be able to force the gears.
Well done, Pierce.
As if the bookcase has been moved several times. Seems like this came from a log. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
I seem to be doing a bit better today.
secret passage, under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place? It's more than just a tunnel. Look. Someone's been here recently.
3 seats. Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others? What is this mask supposed to represent?
Need to put some points in occultism. Aww. It's adorable.
Did Charles Hawkins hide something in this chest? This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
Oh.
This symbol. What does it mean?
Okay. Okay.
Of course.
And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
I'd have to get to know you much better.
Passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
Hi there, by the way.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible,
Good.
I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
Well, that's a great idea, buddy. What is there to squeeze? Goo, yuck. What?
I'm gonna tell Mommy.
Well, JK, given how often I get viewers and such, I doubt I really need a moderator. But I'm definitely not going to give somebody moderator privileges until I know them very well. So keep coming back and let me get to know you. And then we'll see. Blair Witch?
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
Fuzzy. You want to see a reveal? Okay.
An old diary.
Hope you have safe journey.
You too.
Sad way to go. These paintings must be several centuries old.
don't know why I'm following the thieves' trail, given that I'm completely
Time has
useless in a
weakened these
fight.
structures.
I'm a veteran and a war hero, but I can't do a damn thing. Fighting wise, that looks a lot like the place I came in the beginning.
I don't have time to search them all. I don't have time to search them all. It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale. What's going on here?
Piers!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
I didn't do
We'll
nothing.
see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Okay. Remind me to give you a bath tomorrow, okay? Uh-huh. I'm gonna get beaten up again.
A table for sacrifice?
That's really bad on my throat.
Okay, go back to bed.
And here, well, I'm gonna see if he can, because we think it's really bad. You're covering your thumb on it.
Oh, I think that's just where your toes bump together. I think it's okay.
When Grandma was gonna be, when Grandma was gonna watch it.
Oh, okay.
I think when I banged it on this.
Maybe.
It turned out, but I didn't really see it. Maybe it was still working on it.
I think it would hurt a lot more if it was a bruise, honey. And you wouldn't need to look for it. Go back to bed, honey. Show mommy in the morning, okay?
A table for sacrifice? A mass grave.
Almost walked into it. Wonder if it'll let me. Nope.
Locked. An engraved whalebone. A strange creature has been carved into it. Probably a figure of worship.
That could have gone better.
I got it.
Oh, I can't breathe. What's happening?
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream. A pre-Columbian tribal dagger. Probably destined for scarification rituals. I can't read Latin.
sleeps, accept this dream under your immortal will.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitagan.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithink Hupadk Cthulhu Bithinkor.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Yeloig Hupadk Cthulhu Loigna.
Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls finally intertwine.
Yorel Cthulhu Kashag.
Let his soul guide you to us, just as your dreams guided it to you.
Yorel Cthulhu Bogshug.
Let your dreamers open the way, so that the day finally comes when you will awake.
La Cthulhu Nafal Fatagan. Here, there's somebody here. Oh, he's here. Here, there's somebody here.
I'm beginning to think it's not me.
I feel him.
You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you sleep. We pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth. Breathing more sacred flesh.
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Kristelbaz Natulu, Lenalaf, Kleel Nochschlag Rele, Gorkanira, Sigov, Venapedach, Nikif, Kristelbaz Natulu, Lenalaf, Kleel Nochschlag Rele, Gorkanira, Sigov, Venapedach, Nikif, Kristelbaz Natulu.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it!
You shouldn't have seen this.
Get out of here. My leg! Light. At last.
Just can't win. Excuse me. Something very suspicious going on around here.
Prepare another shot.
The man from the picture.
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject.
There, he's opening his eyes.
Save him, Fuller. I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa! Go easy, my friend.
That doesn't sound like you at all.
He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No! What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No! No!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Isn't that the name of the guy who had the book? Somehow I don't think I was supposed to have a chance to actually escape.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They scrawled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings. sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. No wind strong enough to scatter my dreams.
If you say so, Leviathan.
When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awake and free me.
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. I saw the nurses at work on a patient. It wouldn't be good for me to get caught.
You must avoid them at all costs. If someone found out that I released you from your room, I'd never find work in a hospital again.
So nice of you to worry about me like that.
Do not be unpleasant, Mr. Pierce. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood. What does this mean? Am I in an asylum? Sarah. Why the strange symbol repeated over and over? What did he write about the painting? This is no medicine. Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors. If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him.
Poor wretch.
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
I told you not to let it come down. I know.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm going to see if there are sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
Well, that's nice.
Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Worse and worse. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? This is madness. Are they seriously thinking of transmitting the properties of this meat by electric current? Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods. Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here. Dementia? Self-inflicted wounds? Anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising. Have I activated anything? It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock.
You there!
One, two, three, four, five, six. No, not six. 4, 5. Just got a few days to go. Yeah, that's it. 4 days at most. No more. Perhaps less.
If I do not stop, it does not catch me. If it does not catch me, I do not sleep. If I do not sleep, I do not see him. I do not hear.
You. Yeah, you there. Come here. I don't know what you're doing there, but you don't seem to be friends with the nurses.
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep? You don't want to leave?
No. Have you seen the storm that's brewing? I'm fine here. Except for one problem.
You want sleeping pills, right?
Yeah. And in exchange, I can make noise. Lots of noise.
You'll draw the guards to your cell to allow me to escape.
So, you in? Find something to make me sleep, and I'll take care of the guards for you.
If I find something, who knows what I'll do.
Don't play the wise guy because you're on the outside and I'm not.
What is welling up inside?
Locked.
The green gas leaves from here, and it runs through the whole building. It's impossible to break this chain with my bare hands. This valve controls the pressure. The control wheel is missing. Perfect. This lever must turn on the gas machine. The control wheel is missing.
It's gonna be a bit. I have to try and figure this out.
It's done. Now for the others. It's locked. There's nothing happening.
Need to find 2 more control wheels to do that one. Does not seem terribly likely.
It's locked.
I can find the medicine. If I knew where to find the medicine.
Theoretically, I've only got 1 lever to push. This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity.
So there's 1 more lever somewhere. I don't think that's the right kind of lever. I think that's what you throw once you throw all the other levers. You see, I've got one that's not in overload status.
I can still increase the load. I can still increase the load.
Wish I could believe that.
What is going on here?
Sure, why not? Hmm?
Next time. They had a big box of normal mochi. Normal mochi, not ice cream mochi.
Mm-hmm.
Winter.
Hmm?
Like a nice cold ice cream thing.
Sorry, Fuzzy gave me a goodie. I have to figure out how to break out of the asylum. I think I should probably avoid that guard. And there's another guard doing rounds here. So I've got to find two. I know. There's a guard leaning over there. I haven't found anything like that yet. I found a... So I gotta draw the guards away from the...
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
I've gotta draw the guards away from the stairs. Yes. And I found a few options to do that. I have to reload my game. Presumably I'm just stuck in the asylum for a long time. So I'm thinking if I get all the electricity going, and I flip all those switches, that'll get the guards. I found a prisoner who volunteered to make a bunch of noise if I got him some sleeping pills. So that's an option. It's a nice place. And I found a way to cause a gas explosion, but I need to find two more giant wheel things. Pardon? Well, the only place... That's what I was waiting for. That I haven't been is down there. And I don't think that guard would take kindly to me going down there.
Get me out!
sleep in here.
See, this guy's like, I'll help you if you find me some sleeping pills. Is he asleep?
What carnage?
Who's there?
No one.
Saw something over there.
It's just an assemblage of legs.
All the levers are activated.
I was hoping with all these jars I'd be able to get some sleeping pills.
But what's through those doors?
That's a hiding place. See my claustrophobia? Can't hear my heartbeat when I do that.
Well, you went up in medicine.
I know.
You make sleeping pills then, or maybe you can figure out what sleeping pills are. Since you say certain things don't, like...
No, I've had I know exactly what sleeping pills are. I should have some on my inventory, on my person.
But they're not his sleeping pills?
I don't know.
I think we got a walker. Saw something over there.
No, I seem to have woken him up fairly well. that would be a good idea.
I'll go take a look. You there!
Well, now you should be able to throw that other switch, right?
Something like that.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it.
I don't think this is what I wanted to do.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want them. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
Is she cursed because of something she did to you?
No, it's because she's cursed that she harmed me.
On purpose. You say that Sarah Hawkins harmed you.
If it were only me, her conscience, her guilt were eating her away. But she never wanted all that. Well, not really.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
No!
Sanders!
What the hell? I gotta... Okay. This is insane. What killed him? Damn!
I don't know.
Gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Did I actually make it? I figured when I collapsed that was the end of that particular. I'd have to do it again. But I guess I made it through. Maybe. He looks nice. Excuse me.
Who goes there?
Keep waking up in your...
That nightmare again. I need a drink.
This is the Sanders mansion.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what
Apparently I
brings you
don't
to
have
that
the medical
conclusion?
abilities to tell
The
him
fact
that he's
Charles
dead.
Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have.
Medicine and occultism, you can
I
only
have a
level
hard
by
time believing
finding
you.
stuff.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
Seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Apparently that's locked out.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital, and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, Let's get back to the business at hand.
Apparently I failed my psychology.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis
Can you get me
Sanders
water?
and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family.
As soon as
before
I
he died
finish
and
this
his son Thomas
conversation,
Fuller
I'll
took over.
exit.
Two
and
families
see where that puts me.
inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, chains, and tools of all kinds.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Big number, what it isn't here, or is the big number what it's supposed to be in here?
I think it's what it's supposed to be.
So what's the little number?
I think the big number is what it is and the little number is what it's supposed to be. It turns down at night, dear.
It's not even as low as it's supposed to be. Freezing.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow.
What?
Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
That will affect my destiny. Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, turn on notifications, all that crazy stuff. Have a great however log.